Hello, friends. The topic of today's discussion is going to be a very short yet very emotional poem by Kamala entitled My Mother at 66. This poem can be called a semi autobiographical, as we all know that Kamala is such a poetess who draws the subject matter from her own life experiences. So, this verse is also no exception. We are going to discuss the poem line by line and understand the text, underlying themes, and the central idea as well. So, let's begin. My Mother at 66 is an autobiographical verse by Kamala that relates to her own experiences and fears of personal life. The central point of this poem can be said as aging, the poet's fear of losing her mother, as her mother is a 66-year-old lady. And in this poem, she has painted a picture of what emotions a daughter feels when she bids farewell to her old aged mother. She feels sad for her mother and is not able to express her grief. So, first, talking about the setting of the poem. The setting of the poem is that the poet is driving from her folks' home to the Cochin Air Terminal on a Friday morning. Her mother is sitting close to her. She is 66 years of age. The signs of old age are clearly visible on her face. While her mother is resting, the poet notices that her mother is kind of looking dull. While she is resting, she notices that her mother's mouth stayed open and her face looks pale like a dead body. This makes her realize that someday her mother will be no longer with her, and this thought is deeply upsetting her. So, now beginning the text. Driving from a parent's home to Cochin last Friday morning, meaning that she was driving from her parents' home to Cochin airport on last Friday morning. I saw my mother means I noticed my mother beside me. She was sitting beside her. Doze. She was sleeping, open mouthed. And while she was sleeping, her mouth stayed open. Her face ashen. Ashen means pale. Her face ashen, like that of a corpse, means her face looked pale and dull like a dead body, and who realized? The poet realized that someday she will be no more, with pain and a kind of sudden and deep pain aroused from her heart, that she was as old as she looked, that she was really old, her mother was really old. But soon put that thought away. But soon, just when I thought of this truth of life or nature of law, I kind of tried to shrug that thought away, kind of like forget that thought away, and looked out at young trees sprinting. मीनिंग देयर बाय कि जब मैंने ये सोचा कि अब ऐसा समय आ गया है कि कभी भी मुझे ऐसा सुनने को मिल सकता है कि मेरी माँ अब नहीं रही क्योंकि वो बूढ़ी हो चुकी हैं, तो सडन तौर पर मुझे बहुत ही दुख भरी फीलिंग्स आने लगी, और उन फीलिंग्स को जस्ट टू पुट दैट असाइड मैंने अच्छी चीज़ों के बारे में अबाउट मोर पॉजिटिव थिंग्स इन लाइफ एंड द वर्ल्ड मैंने सोचना शुरू किया, जैसे यंग ट्रीज स्प्रिंटिंग. Just when she realized that her mother's end was near, it was painful thought. She did not want to think about it, so she looked out to divert her attention. She looked out at the atmosphere in the environment, and she saw that young trees were sprinting. Sprinting means दौड़ना तेज़ी से. तो पेड़ नहीं दौड़ रहे थे बिकॉज वो ड्राइव कर रही थी, मे बी अपनी कार में वो ड्राइव कर रही थी, इस वजह से उसे लग रहा था जैसे पेड़ चल रहे हों, पर पेड़ नहीं चल रहे थे, गाड़ी आगे की ओर बढ़ रही थी. द मैरी चिल्ड्रन स्पिलिंग आउट ऑफ देयर होम्स, और छोटे छोटे बच्चे शाम को मे बी फ्राइडे मॉर्निंग की बात है, तो सुबह सुबह वो खेलने के लिए स्पिलिंग आउट तेज़ी से दौड़ते हुए अपने घरों से बाहर आ रहे थे. सो शी थॉट ऑफ फोकसिंग ऑन दीज पॉजिटिव थिंग्स इंस्टेड ऑफ pondering over the sad truths of life, because death is inevitable. It is the law of nature, so she cannot do anything about it. But after this airport security check, standing a few yards away, जब एयरपोर्ट पे सिक्योरिटी चेक हो गया तो मैंने अपनी माँ को थोड़े यार्ड्स पर, कुछ दूरी पर खड़ा हुआ पाया. आई लुक्ड अगेन एट हर, और मैंने उन्हें फिर से देखा. वैन पेल एज अ लेट विंटर्स मून. लेट विंटर का मून कैसा होता है? पेल होता है, बिल्कुल डल होता है.